What's cooking now in the Springer Mountain Farms kitchen?
If you are not inspired to be in the fall spirit yet, then this dish is going to help get you the rest of the way there with the help of Mr. Shane Stone, the owner of Haute Foods Catering. Shane, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what you're making for us today.
Today we are pan-searing some Springer Mountain Farms chicken breasts with the skin on. I love that crispness that you get from it. And then we're roasting Sequatchie Cove Farms delicata squash with onions and walnuts. And when that's finished roasting, we're going to pull that out of the oven and toss some Crabtree Farms arugula and Wheeler's Orchard gala apples. See, it's got this beautiful crust on it. It's not quite finished, so what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of butter here.
Who doesn't love butter?
And we're going to add some fresh thyme and fresh rosemary.
Perfect. And you're just leaving the rosemary on the stem also?
Yes, ma'am. So what we're doing here is, by basting it, we're actually going to essentially kind of fry it a little bit.
Okay.
And what that's going to do is create more of a crust on the outside and just lock in what moisture is inside of it.
Yum. Now, I basted like my Thanksgiving turkey, but I never thought to do it with chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
While they're still warm and while our chicken rests, we're going to toss those with our fresh raw arugula and our fresh raw apple. And I love adding raw ingredients, cool ingredients with cooked warm ingredients because it adds different textures and temperatures.
So tell me a little bit of, obviously, as a catering company, you're working with those customized menus that are really specified with the client. But if you were catering your own event, what are some of your go-to menu items?
Oh, man.
Loaded
Well,
question, I know.
No, I find that my mood changes, as most humans, and whatever I'm craving. But if I had to pick veal sweetbreads, foie gras, lobster, black truffles, all of the richest ingredients you could find.
I am underdressed for this meal today. That sounds great as well. And I can tell that you bring this great level of passion to all of your clients. I mean, it's evident just from what you've shared with us today as well. What's been the reciprocation like as you've worked with each person? What's that experience and the feedback been like?
It's been amazing. Feel so blessed to work in this town. There are all kinds of people from all walks of life here in town, and so many people are very engaged in the farming community. Right. And they might not be farmers, but there's a huge support for the farming community. Shout out Main Street Farmers Market.
A lot of these items are from there, right?
Most of these items are from there.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't been to, one of our great farmers markets in the area, you're really, really missing out. As you're working on that bowl right there, everything's pretty much from the local farmer. Yep. And now is a great time. Fall's a great time as well to grab some of those great veggies.
Yeah, summer's wrapping up. You've got veggies all across the board. Apples are in season. Your greens, arugula, spinach, they're all popping right now. And man, they're so good.
I agree. I think it's one of the best times. So you're tossing in the apples, tossing in the arugula. What else is going in there? Is that it?
I'm going to do just a dash of red wine vinegar here.
Just a little twang.
Just add a little bit of acid to that to counteract the sweetness of the apples. There's a little bit of salt. And just another dash of white pepper.
And this really was, even though it sounds super fancy, super intricate, it's not a super difficult dish. If somebody wanted to try to recreate it at home, of course, if you're me, I would just call him and let him do it for you. But even though, it's just fun to play with your food sometimes. Play with different, items and different vegetables and combinations.
Absolutely. A great way to do that for your home cooking is to buy a CSA, and that is community supported agriculture is what that stands for, and you'd actually get a box of whatever's in season, and then you're kind of bound to cook whatever's in that box.
Perfect. It's a
So-
great way to try new things too.
Yeah, it fosters creativity. It's good for the family and good for the farmers.
All right, Chef Shane, as you're plating this up, tell us how we need to get in touch with you if we want to get started with you for an event, big or small.
Yeah, the best way is through email, shane@highhopefoods.com, or you can look us up on Instagram or on Facebook, or you can give us a call.
Chef, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Like I said at the beginning, if you're not in the mood for fall now, this dish is definitely going to get you there. We're going to let him finish plating and we're going to dive in. We'll see you next time in the kitchen.